going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy
Jimothy.
Now, with that introduction, ladies and gents, I am pretty sure you know what deck we're going to be profiling today, and that deck is Marincess. So without wasting any more of your time, let's get straight into the profile. So starting us off, ladies and gents, we have triple Marincess Blue Tang. Beautiful card, probably one of the heart and soul of the cards, probably one of the best cards in the deck, so to speak. So it is a Foolish Burial on summon, normal or special summon, and it also allows you to excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, adding a Marincess monster to your deck, and then shuffle the rest back into the deck if it is link summoned. So it's got two really powerful effects, ladies and gents. It replaces itself, as well as being able to tutor out some more resources from your deck. So really good. Love this card. Definitely a 3 of. Next, we are running triple Marincess Seahorse. So what Marincess Seahorse allows you to do is an easy special summon, and you can special summon it to a zone a link monster points to. On top of that, it allows you to banish this card from the graveyard to special summon a water monster from hand. It can't be used in the same turn that is special summoned. However, it's really useful, ladies and gents. Should you go into turns 3, 4, 5, helps with the grind game. Really good card. Definitely a 3 of, in my opinion. Next, for one of the newer cards that came out, I think this was in Ignition Assault, I believe. Yeah, is Marincess Pascalis. So basically, she is a easy special summon as long as special summoning a monster from your hand, level 4 or lower Marincess. So really good in that sense. So if it's special or normal, yeah, he gets that ability, as well as being able to banish this card from your graveyard to add a Marincess spell or trap back from your graveyard to your hand. So you really want to see this card in your graveyard after you've done your summoning with it. So really good card. I do value this card a lot. Next, we are running 2 Marincess Basil Alima. Now, this card came out in Eternity Code, ladies and gents. So it offers a bit of protection. So it allows you to banish this card to protect one of your Marincess monsters from being destroyed by card effects. Also, when this card is banished, one of your Marincess monsters gets 600 attack. So it's really good in that sense, and it synergizes really well with some of the other cards that we've got in the deck, which I'll go through in a moment. So double Marincess Basil Alima. Next, we are running 1 Marincess Mandarin. Again, this is another easy special summon. Just requires you to have 2 Marincess monsters on the field, and you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard to a zone a link monster points to. It does get banished when it leaves the field. However, it's not a problem because we've got ways to recycle some of those monsters. So a 1 of, potentially a 2 of. I've done well with 1, so I'm just going to leave it at that for the moment. Next, we have another card from Eternity Code, and that is Parallel Exceed. So this card you're probably going to start seeing a lot of when this card gets when Eternity Code gets released in the US. So what this card allows you to do is, when a card is link summoned, you can special summon this card from your hand. When it's special summoned, it becomes level 4, and it allows you to special summon another Parallel Exceed from your deck. And when that card is special summoned, if it's special summoned by the effect of Parallel Exceed, it becomes level 4. So basically, it's a free rank 4, ladies and gents. Nothing more to be said about that, which allows us to go into our Bahamut Shark and Totally Awesome, stopping any issues that we may have. So definitely a 3 of, in my opinion. You want to see this card. Next, for some more support from Eternity Code, we have double Scripton. Now, Scripton is really good. So what it allows you to do is banish a water monster from your graveyard to special summon him. And if Scripton is sent to the graveyard as a link material, you can target one of your banished monsters and shuffle it back into the deck. So it's a nice little piece of recursion, ladies and gents. Easy special summon, easy shuffle back ability, and then we can use it to do whatever else. It also is a water Cyberse type, so it's basically your honorary Marincess monster. And next, for our final of our monsters, so to speak, we've got 1 Cataclysmic Circumpolar Chilblania. So basically, a card on your field, a water monster, is destroyed by battle or card effect. You can special summon this card from your hand and send 1 random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. So basically, you're drowning one of your opponent's monsters or cards in their hand. Really do value this card for that reason. So run it as a 1 of, nice little trap. It's also 2600 as well, so you can start swinging that stuff. Next, for the hand trap lineup, ladies and gents, easy hand trap lineup in my opinion. 3 Ash Blossom, nice and simple. It's Ash, you know what Ash does. Also, hand trap of choice, triple Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit. You can run impermanence in this deck, but we've got Marincess Wave, which I'll go over in a moment, which kind of like acts as an impermanence anyway. But the reason why I like Ghost Ogre is because it removes the threat from the field, which is something that I highly value. It kind of blows it up. It doesn't negate, but it does remove the threat, that providing that threat can be destroyed by card effects. So triple Ghost Ogre. Next, onto the spells, ladies and gents, and we are running double Marincess Battle Ocean. This card does a million things. That's why I'm running it at 2. You can get away with playing it at 1, but I like it at 2, mainly because of back row decks. If they've got if they've got Cosmic Cyclone set, for example, or if they've got any kind of back row removal, you don't want to be crippled being able to not be able to use this card. So yeah, I'll run it at 2 for that reason. So it gives you Marincess monsters a boost. Also, any Marincess Link monster that would use Marincess Crystal Heart as a material is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. It also allows you to equip Link monsters up to 3 from the graveyard to a Link monster you control, and it also allows that monster you control equipped with those 3 Link monsters that you summon from the graveyard to gain 600 attack for each. So boy oh boy, people see you play this card, they're gonna want to get rid of this card real quickly. So yeah, definitely a 2 of in my opinion. You don't want 3 because it's a bit cluggy, but at least with 2, if one gets Cosmic Cyclone, you can always grab the other. It is recyclable, but I just don't want to take the chance with playing 1, because if you get rid of it, it makes the deck a little bit more difficult to play. Still doable, but a little bit more difficult. So yeah. Next, we have what should be triple Silent Mining. I don't know where my other Silent Mining is. It's somewhere. I know it's somewhere, but I just can't find it, ladies and gents. So this should actually be Silent Mining, not Silent Backdoor, but triple Silent Mining allows you to set up your graveyard. You get Marincess Blue Tank to your hand, because that's your play starter basically. So yeah. Next, we are also running triple Call by the Grave. You do not want to get ashed trying to search for your field spell. It is a feels bad moment. You need it. You need your stuff to go through. You need your stuff to pop off. You could also use this offensively, especially with some of the traps that we play in this deck. It's quite useful actually. So triple Call by the Grave. Next, for some one-offs, we're running 1 Galaxy Cyclone just for a little bit of removal. 1 Pot of Avarice. This is fantastic for putting most of your Link monsters back in, or your monsters back into your deck, as well as drawing, because you do tend to burn through quite a lot of monsters. And 1 Monster Reborno. Bit of a flexi spot. These 2 could be anything, to be honest, as well as this Galaxy Cyclone. So you can chop and change these for whatever you wish, basically. I was running Solemn Judgment at one point in this deck, but I'm still messing around with it, ladies and gents, as it is. Next, onto the traps, we are running triple Marincess Wave. This card is absolutely beautiful. So it's basically infinite impermanence, depending on the monsters you have on field. So if you have a Link 3 or higher, you can play this card from your hand. Link 2 or higher, all your cards are unaffected by your opponent's card effects, or your monsters basically. And what it does is, when it's activated, you can target a monster your opponent controls and negate its effects to the end of the turn. So really powerful card, ladies and gents. Really powerful card, especially if you have a Link 3 or higher. You can just hold this in your hand and just play it whenever you're ready, and all those effects get to blow up. So it's definitely a 3 of in my opinion. Next, we have Marincess Current and Marincess Snow. So basically, I believe it's Current does burn damage equal to the Link monster's rating. Yeah, it's okay. It's not the best. And Marincess Snow allows you to special summon a Marincess Link monster that is a Link rating lower than a monster that was destroyed on field. So if you've got your level 4 Link monster on field, you can special summon a level 3 Link monster from your extra deck, and it's considered as a Link summon, ladies and gents. So I'll run those 2. Next, onto the extra deck, ladies and gents, we are running triple Marincess Blue Slug. Love this card. This is again another one of your combo starters along with Marincess Blue Tang. So what it allows you to do is target a monster in your graveyard and add it to hand. So typically what the play is, you normal summon your Blue Tang, you link it off a Blue Slug, activate Blue Tang's effect when it's normal summon to dump a monster, normally in Marincess Seahorse, as well as excavating the top 3 cards of your deck, adding a Marincess card to your hand. Then you add your Seahorse back from your graveyard, special summon it to this zone, then you can link off into your Marincess Sea Angel, which is a terraforming for the deck, enabling you to get the field spell, and then you can go wherever from there, ladies and gents. So really good card. Definitely play this at 3. Your Marincess Sea Angel, you don't necessarily need it at any more than 1. You can run it at 2 because we do play 2 field spells, but sometimes you can shoot through your deck and manage to get your field spell back. But you can always recycle this card. They're not really going to negate the effect of this card because basically terraforming for Marincess. So yeah. Next, we have a Marincess Crystal Heart. So it's unaffected by your opponent's card effects while it's in the extra monster zone. I don't tend to leave it in. There are other effects, but that's the main one. But basically, what I tend to do is you link climb using this card, and a monster that you special summon via link summoning using this card is unaffected by card effects, your opponent's card effects, whilst you've got the field spell on field. So it's really important you keep that field spell up and you use this card to go into one of your monsters, because it can literally just sit there and just swing at everything, punching it in the face for just crazy amounts of damage. So definitely a one of. I probably wouldn't play any more than 1. What I would play more than 1 is Marincess Coral Anemone. I only have 1 at the moment, ladies and gents. I am looking for another one. It's quite expensive because it can be splashed into other decks. So basically, when it's link summoned, you can special summon a water monster with 1500 of attack from your graveyard to a link zone that this card points to. So really good in that effect. And when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to add a Marincess card from your graveyard back to your hand. So basically it gets to recycle some of your resources. So really good card. Definitely would play this at 2. As I said, I'm trying to get hold of one more. Next, we have triple Marincess Marbled Rock. You can picture Marincess from your hand to the graveyard. You take no battle damage. You can't be destroyed by a battle that turn. So really good card. I do like this card. Makes for some nice plays, especially with the field spell. You can start punching things in the face. Love it. Next, we have one Marincess Wonderheart. So what Marincess Wonderheart allows you to do is when it attacks a monster, you got the field spell on field. If it's got any of your Marincess cards equipped to it, you can special summon one of those cards. So for example, you special summon this out, you equip it with Marincess Blue Slug. You attack into one of your opponent's monster. You can then special summon the Blue Slug and then swing again. So it's really good. Allows for some OTK potential. So definitely a one-of in my opinion. Next, we have one of our newer cards, which is Marincess Great Bubble Reef. So this card allows you to banish a water monster from your graveyard and draw 1 card. It's simple as that. Also gets an attack boost as well. It's crazy. It was a nice piece of addition, and it really synergizes well with Scripton, allowing you to basically recycle some of those resources. So definitely a one-of, ladies and gents. Next, we have a bit of a flexi spot, which is Splash Mage, and we also have Update Jammer. This just allows OTKs. It's Cyburst. It is wind. You have to be careful when you're summoning this, because once you summon Marincess Coral Anemone, you're kind of locked into water monsters. But if you manage to summon Update Jammer and then go into one of your bigger Marincess monsters, you can do some crazy damage, ladies and gents. Splash Mage just special summons a Cyburst monster from your graveyard to a zone this card points to. Yeah, it does allow for some plays. It's water. It's kind of like an honorary Marincess card, but nonetheless it's there. This is my flexi spot. This should be Marincess Coral Anemone. Next, for a bit more generic support, Barolo Dragon. This is just the out problem monsters basically. I don't know, Dingirsu, Mekk-Knight Crusadia, Avramax, anything that's really big. That is a problem. This is the card to out it at the moment anyway. So yeah, Barolo Dragon. You tend to OTK pretty quickly in this deck if you play your cards right. So I don't think you needed Borrow Sword. However, I don't own a Borrow Sword yet, so yeah. And finally, for our XCs, we are running 1 Bahamut Shark and 1 Totally Awesome. So easy special summon with Parallel Exceed. Get Totally Awesome out. This says no to Nibiru, ladies and gents. It is as simple as that. So ladies and gents, that is the deck. Would you make any changes? As I've said previously, I'm very receptive to changes. I like deck discussions, I like theory crafting, I like all that kind of stuff. So definitely get at me in the comment section below. I will respond and we can have a discussion. Maybe you could take in a few cards or you take a few out. It's entirely up to you. But we find ourselves at the end of another video. As always, if you did like this content, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys on the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.